Governments spend money on things like roads, schools, and defense. Sometimes they spend more than they take in through taxes. When that happens, they borrow money. That borrowed money is the national debt. Think of it like a big credit card for the whole country. Just like with your credit card, countries have to pay back what they borrow, plus interest. If a country borrows a little, it's not a big deal. They can pay it back over time. But if they borrow too much, it can become a huge problem. Imagine trying to pay off a massive credit card bill every month. That's what it's like for countries with too much debt. It's like trying to outrun a financial avalanche. Not ideal, to say the least. So how much debt is too much? That's where sustainable debt comes in. It's like finding the sweet spot where a country can borrow money to do important things, but not drown in interest payments. Think of it like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Too little debt, and a country might miss out on opportunities to grow. Too much debt, and they're crushed under the weight of interest payments. Sustainable debt is juiced right. Finding that sweet spot depends on a lot of things, but one of the most important is the relationship between a country's growth rate and the interest rate it pays on its debt. A country's growth rate is like its income. If its economy is doing well, it's like getting a raise. The interest rate on its debt is like the interest on its credit card. Here's the thing. If a country's economy is growing faster than the interest rate on its debt, it can usually handle more debt. It's like getting a raise that's bigger than your credit card interest. But if the interest rate is higher than the growth rate, the debt can quickly spiral out of control. It's like trying to outrun that financial avalanche we talked about. Spoiler alert, you can't. Let's look at some real-life examples. Japan has a very high debt-to-GDP ratio, meaning they owe a lot compared to the size of their economy. But their interest rates are super low, so it's manageable. On the other hand, Greece had a major debt crisis a few years ago. Their debt was growing much faster than their economy, and they couldn't keep up with the payments. It was not pretty. This is where government policies come in. Countries can try to influence their growth rates by investing in education, infrastructure, and technology. They can also try to keep interest rates low by maintaining a stable economy. Remember, sustainable debt is all about finding that sweet spot.